Hi, I'm Tricia, an organic gardener. If you want bunches of grapes on your grapevines this summer, you need to do your winter pruning. I'll show you how. There are two types of pruning, cane and spur pruning, and both of them should be done late in the season between January and March. We're going to start with cane pruning because all table grapes will be productive with that method. For cane pruning, I'm going to choose 1 to 2 canes from last year's growth on each side of the vine, and I'm going to cut the rest. You can tell the age of a cane by its bark. 1-year-old canes have smooth bark. Older canes have shaggy bark. When choosing which canes to keep, you're going to choose a cane that's coming off very close to the trunk, as compared to one that's coming off of a branch, like this. The canes that you keep should have about 15 buds along the length of the cane, and they should be close to the top of the vine. Don't choose canes that are too thin or too thick. Choose them when they're about pencil size. I'm going to tag the canes that I'm going to keep with this ribbon, and I'm going to cut the rest. I want to make sure and not cut a good cane. These are the 2 fruiting canes that I'm going to keep. For every fruiting cane that I keep, I'm going to cut another cane into a renewal spur. A renewal spur is a cane cut to 2 buds, and these buds are going to create next year's fruiting canes. If your cut starts to bleed, don't worry, that's normal. It won't hurt the vine. After seeing how this vine is shaping up, I don't think I need this cane, after all. So you're going to cut your fruiting cane back to about 15 buds. And if you have any lateral branches coming off this cane, that's the time you would cut them. For grapevines growing on arbors, first thing you're going to do is cut off any suckers that are coming off the main vine, or cordon. And then you just want to cane prune. You want to keep 1 cane and 1 renewal spur for every 1 to 2 feet of cordon. This grapevine has been neglected and hasn't been pruned in a couple of years. So before I actually start the spur pruning, I'm going to clean it up. Typically, spur prune varieties are trained to a bilateral cordon, which are these thick branches on either side of the trunk. These cordons can be pruned to length, but they're never pruned all the way off, back to the trunk. Mine are maintained at about 3.5 feet. A spur is last year's growth, cut back to 2 buds. Ideally, you're going to want 7 spurs on each cordon. And on this cordon, I'll probably get close. On the other cordons, I'll have to wait till next year because this vine was neglected. The canes that make the best spurs are the ones that are going upward, close to the cordon. Prune all the canes to spurs, and then select the best 7 for each cordon. Ideally, the spurs should be spaced about 6 inches apart. Don't worry if they're not, just strive for some nice spacing between the 7 spurs on each cordon. Even though this is a nice cane, it's growing too far from the cordon, so I'm going to snip it off. Tame your grapes and grow organic for life.